either way, those are the things she does. Also, this once the world's turned back on, hopefully this summer, when they're doing roller derby again, you should absolutely go to a roller derby match.
100%. We're going to get a group together.
In fact,
you come with us.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to go. You are more than welcome to come with us. We're going to go down there. I'm going to try to get myself either behind the mic or, out there in front of the crowd. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to try.
We can do that.
100%. It's on. It's a date. We are going to have such a good time. It's one of the more fun social events and events overall, sporting events even, in the Buffalo area. And it's a regular January. It's normally January through June is their season, but unfortunately everything's kind of off kilter due to the quarantine. But the second it gets back up, we're all going to go. It's an amazing time.
Yeah.
You interested in going to see the roller derby girls?
Yeah.
Well, we're dragging you either way there, Robby.
So you're going to get to go with now follow me here, Robby. You're going to get to go with an international best-selling children's author. I've sold books on every continent on planet Earth. You are going to go with the co-founder of the entire league, who's going to be there, and you are going to be with a retired professional wrestler who's wrestled all around the country. He's also the co-host of Tavern Talk 716. He's in the middle of writing a rock opera that will soon be coming to the stage near you. The three of us here are relatively big in the area, and you, sir, are going to come with us and watch the roller derby. How does that sound?
For free.
Sounds fun.
Never before have I heard excitement like that.
The enthusiasm! Oh my God! I've got one goosebump.
And his name is Harold. So next time you could be a little more excited. We're gonna work on your excitement.
We're gonna get you there, Robby. Don't you worry. We're gonna go through a crash course.
You just got invited as a free VIP guest to a sporting event with the co-founder of the league, an international best-selling author, and a retired professional wrestler.
We were gonna be like the Four Horsemen, but instead you wanted to treat it like the three hobos.
So I know, Robby, that this is a lot to throw at you, but we're kind of a big deal.
Just play little stars.
I don't blame him, but I feel like it's there. I feel like the enthusiasm and the energy and the charisma is there. We just gotta break it out. Maybe
we can get you, maybe a meet and greet with the Derby girls. How does that sound?
And then you could do live interviews from the show with the.
Well, first we'll just work on the meet and greet. How do you feel about a meet and greet with the Derby girls?
You should check out our YouTube channel so you know.
Oh, there you go. What is it on YouTube? What does he got to search for?
Queen City Roller Girl.
Queen City Roller Girls on YouTube. Don't do it right now during the show. Do it later. Queen City Roller Girls on YouTube. You can search them out. You can take a look at what they're all about. And then this summer, if they're playing or whenever the league comes back, we're gonna go up there. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna come out as a special guest. People are gonna wave at me and they're gonna go, "Oh my God, it's Keith White from Tavern Talk and international best-selling children's author. My kids have all his books. This is a huge deal." And then I'm gonna say, "This is my friend Robby," and I'm gonna point at you, and people are gonna high-five you. How does that feel?
That sounds cool.
You are an enthusiasm machine.
We're breaking barriers every time. We're getting a little further.
And
It's a senior bottle topper.
And this is also Salvatore Morocco.
Duran's got his own action figure. Duran, you ever seen the doll of Duran?
no.
This
Limited edition.
This is a likeness of when I was a pro wrestler. I don't look this great currently, but when I was competing, I looked just like this. I was 8 inches tall. And
I made it rubber.
I couldn't get it out. I made it rubber. I looked just like
Do you know anybody that has an action figure made of themselves?
No.
You know. You do not. So what else you got for us, Robbie? What do you got? What do you got now? What do you got for questions for us, Robbie? There we go.
Yeah.
When you were on the show talking about Ron, like when you said when you were talking about Ron, like on your show, and you said like the world was turned off, and then your friend dropped a bottle on the floor.
He's talking about in the episode when we were discussing the world being all turned off, and then you were over there and you accidentally kicked
I
it.
dropped my bottle.
So his question is, did that happen?
That actually, yes.
I guess.
What was the
apparently
question?
we were talking about Ron.
I don't. It's all based.
You got to be a little bit more specific because we've done a
No,
lot
no,
of
no.
shows at
The
this
question's
point.
not about Ron. The question's about the bottle,
Okay.
right?
Well, we have a live studio audience.
You
So.
don't wait for the delay. You can't. There's a delay.
Okay,
The question was about the bottle, correct?
Yeah, when you said like the world was turned off, I heard a bottle fall, and then you said something about Ron.
I don't know what I said. I talk. If you haven't noticed yet, Robbie, I talk. I couldn't tell you what it was I said, but I talk because I feel like dead air is bad for the show, so I don't let there be any. Unless I think it's funny to put Duran in the middle of it.
And we don't have the specific cliff notes of each episode in front of us at the moment, so it's hard
And
to dive into a specific moment
Right.
of a specific episode.
then like you were talking about Ron and his chicken wings or something. Like he ordered you chicken wings and then for the show.
I know what you're talking about. I was talking about how the show had to go 15 minutes or 20 minutes longer than it needed to because Ron ordered wings and he was doing this or this or this and he was trying to signal for us. And he was doing like
He
this.
wanted a specific wing.
He wanted the show
He
to
wanted to
continue.
look like the hero delivering
And he wanted the show to
personal
continue, and I could not follow his signals. His signals were like, and I'm like, what? What? And he's just like, keep the show going. And it's like, that is not close to the signal for keeping the show going. And then we talked about that, and then you dropped a bottle, and that's how we tied that all together. But the question is really about Ron.
Yes, they usually are.
What else do you want to ask us about Ron?
Like how did you and Ron meet?
How did I meet Ron?
That's this guy.
Yeah.
I met Ron on Twitter. As you know, I'm an international best-selling children's author. I've got 41 books out. I've got 50. You know what's funny, and not to sidetrack, is I do this on our show as well. But when I met Ron, I had like 55,000 followers. Since meeting Ron and interacting with Ron online and retweeting things that Ron said, I'm now down to like 52.
Oh no! Oh no! He's
So-
ignoring your
Which is fine.
stature.
But as you know, I'm an international best-selling children's author. I've got 50-some-odd thousand followers. I have a verified account with a little blue check. And so Ron saw that and was like, hey, I want to talk to that guy. He's a ka-ching. And he sent me a message, and he was like, hey, you want to be an ambassador for my charity? And I was like, charity? Yeah, I do. So I became an ambassador for BB&G Charities, which hopefully whoever edits your episodes can put that somewhere on the screen.
Wow, that's Ron.
You shouldn't have said that. I was keeping that secret that it was Ron. I was just making it a generic producer, but it's Ron. And I don't know if he puts graphics on the screen, but he can put somewhere around here. He can put his the charity information so people can follow and help the charity, BB&G Charities. And that's actually how I met you, I believe, Robbie. And then Duran met Ron through me because I pulled Duran into the show.
I am an overall cohort of Keith White.
Right.
Jr.
And I said, if I'm not doing this show without Duran. And then Ron was like, who's that, the wrestler guy? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, he's so strong. And then he got to be in the show.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, and I follow him.
Him?
Yeah.
Or Ron? Who are we talking about? Who's him? No pronouns, pal.
I'm really referring to me.
That was Vincent Pancho.
Yeah.
You follow Duran.
Yes, he follows me. We're friends. I'm enjoying being on your show.
Do you follow him back?
Yeah.
Does he follow you back, Robby?
No, not yet. No,
Oh, he will. He will. I'll make sure of it. I will make sure of it.
because I changed over from a different account.
You got a new account. Too many ladies following you on the other one. I get it. You know what? You were beating all them ladies off with a stick and who do a new account. Keep all those ladies away. I get it. Play out.
It was actually an older account that I switched back to.
You're not good at playing along, are you?
I do follow Robby, 39 Bowler.
There you
on
go.
Twitter.
He follows you on Twitter, my friend. You're welcome.
I just had to double check. That's all I was doing was double
Yeah,
check.
it wasn't just
confirming.
now following you.
I was confirming that I was already
It's too
following.
bad there's not these things called notifications that would tell him that you just followed him.
And
Is this show going well, Robby?
yeah,
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I just wanted to make sure that it was going okay for you. I feel like I feel like there's a little hesitation, like we're not doing what you want us to do.
and what's your friend's name?
I have many friends. Which friend are we
Are you
referring to?
referring to our one audience member?
Yeah.
This is Debbie, aka Sissy Fit, aka co-founder of the roller derby, the Queen City Roller Derby, in fact.
The Queen
So
City.
you as a personal friend of Keith and myself, may call her Debbie.
The roller derby, which are soon to be sponsors of Tavern Talk 716. Wink.
Yeah.
And
Confirmation. I heard a confirmation. It's on. It's recorded.
Ching.
Did you have a question for Sissy Fit?
Yeah, please ask away. If you have questions for her, please ask away.
You
Yeah,
can ask
yeah.
Debbie questions. You
We
can ask,
brought her-
you can ask me
Yeah.
a question.
I love talking
You don't
roller
have to.
derby.
We're not here to specifically talk Tavern Talk. We're going to talk your show. We're going to talk Keith White's book. We can talk my
Books.
rock out. My apologies. Books.
Or
multiple
actual
books.
sports.
We can talk my rock opera or my
There's no
wrestling
sports right
career. We can talk the Sissy Fitz art career or the existence of the roller derby. We're
Yeah.
here to answer any and all questions. So, it being your show, fire away.
Right. As I said, you are the captain. You steer the ship. Whatever you want to know, you want to ask Deb a question, you ask Deb a question. You want to ask Duran a question, don't bother. You want to ask me a question, ask away. Go ahead.
what is your second favorite hockey team?
Second favorite hockey team. That's a good question.
Oh, that is a good
That's
question.
a very, very good question.
Very telling question.
I only know one hockey team.
Which one is that?
Well, that would be the Sabres.
And you don't know any other teams?
Well, I know like the Blue Jays.
That's baseball.
Baseball.
That's and you only know it because I said it a bunch of times earlier tonight.
You might mean the Blues.
The Blues. The Blues.
Blue Jackets.
What city are they?
Toronto?
Blue Jackets.
Toronto.
That's
That's the Blue Jays. That's baseball. Her second favorite team is the Toronto Blue Jays baseball club.
Yeah.
That's her second favorite team.
I'll go next since Keith probably has a more extravagant response than myself. And I really only care about the Sabres, even though I love hockey. And I love hockey more than football in that I both love to play and watch hockey. That's why hockey edges out football a
I
little
would
bit.
agree with that. We used to play a lot of hockey in the park, actually, right by your house.
hockey edges out football a little bit for me, even though I feel like I love the Sabres and the Bills equally. I prefer hockey, just mildly, substantially higher.
Mildly substantial.
Yeah, we'll go with it. It works. Both in football in that I love to play and watch the sport. And whereas I don't have a current second favorite team, whereas it's really all about the Sabres for me. I'm really waiting for that run at the playoffs again, which we haven't experienced in quite some time, especially to the scale of what we had in 2007. But I'm getting there. But I feel like when I was a kid, I was in love with the New York Rangers, but it was very easy to be in love with the New York Rangers because
Fontaine. He played for the Rangers.
Did he?
Yeah, he
No,
did.
I
He's
was-
on the same team with Mark Messier.
I feel like it was easy to love the Rangers in the mid-'90s because they just came off the Stanley Cup win. But that was my go-to team when I was first getting into sports. So obviously the Sabres were there, but being the most recent Stanley Cup champions, the Rangers were like iconic, and Messier and Leach and Buka Boom, and there was a plethora of players on that team that won the Stanley Cup that I feel like made them the great team. And this is neither here nor there because it's irrelevant because from when I was a kid, but my second favorite team would probably have to be the Rangers.
That's a good answer. Is this a round table? Should I answer, Robby, or is this where you just wondering from them?
You can go next.
Thank you. I was not sure what you were going to say there. I have the only correct answer of the group. My second favorite hockey team is, in fact, the Rochester Americans. Go Amerks, baby.
Good answer.
Although I will say that hockey edges it out slightly for you. Football edges it out slightly for me. I am a bigger Bills fan than I am a Sabres fan. You wouldn't know that from my attire here on the show, as I wear Sabres memorabilia almost every week. But the Bills, definitely, I'm more of a Bills fan than I am a Sabres fan. But I do enjoy the Amerks. I do, when the Amerks come to town and play, I like to go. If I happen to be in Rochester, I like to catch an Amerks game while I'm there. It's a different atmosphere, kind of like the Bisons are a different atmosphere to regular baseball. I like going to the games. It's more fan-oriented, so I do enjoy the Amerks quite a bit. They are tied a lot more to the Sabres now than they were many, many moons ago. So I'm a big fan of the Amerks. I'm a big fan of the Sabres. But I will ask you, Robby, did Pat LaFontaine play for the Rangers with Mark Messier?
No. I think he was with the Islanders.
He played on the I don't know. Thanks for the help. Wait, who was on the Islander?
LaFontaine.
I'm going to look it up. I think you're wrong. I think they played together.
I think you're wrong.
I think you're wrong. But no, my second favorite team is, in fact, the Rochester Americans. I'm a big fan of minor league sports in general. I think the Bisons did that for me. But I don't know if you know this or not, Robby. If you follow me on Twitter, so you may have seen this. But a couple of years ago, I threw out the first pitch at an Erie Seawolves game in Erie, PA. Did you know that?
No, I don't think I was following you back then.
Okay, so I went out to Erie, PA. They invited me out as a guest of the team, and I got to throw out the first pitch at a Seawolves game, which is it's minor leagues, but it's under the Bisons. It's like one league under the Bisons, and it's a much smaller ballpark. It is real fan oriented. Like they really are because they got to pull people in. It's harder to get fans into a minor league game than it is to a major league game. So it's real fan oriented. They do a lot of things. They had it's a seventh inning stretch. They opened up the gates on each side and had any fans who wanted to stretch could just cross the field and stretch. They also had cotton candy hot dogs for sale. It was a hot dog. It was a hot dog. And I actually know the guy that invented this. This is a story for another show, Robby, if you ever want to have me back on. I know the guy that invented it. He actually works back in Buffalo now. He works concessions for the Sabres and the Bison. But at the time, he was working in Erie. And yes, Robby, you got your hand up. This isn't school.
I know who that is.
You do? Okay, so I know him. he was how I got the hookup with the Seawolves. And he invented a cotton candy hot dog. So instead of a bun, it's got cotton candy folded into the shape of a bun with a hot dog, and then it's got sprinkles on top of it. And it was real popular there in Erie. And he's actually invented a bunch of other wacky snacks like that. He did a bunch here in Buffalo. And when we went to the game in Erie, I said to my kids, and if he watches this, he's not going to like this story, but I said to my kids, who wants a cotton candy hot dog? And they all went, no. I said, what do you mean? It's got candy hot dog. And they're like, I would like both of those things, but not together.
That was my reaction.
Yeah. So, but Robby knows who that is, and that doesn't surprise me in any way. But yeah, that was how he was how I got the hook up with the Seawolves, and that's how I got to throw out the first pitch in Erie, because they followed me on Twitter and sent me a message, and they were like, hey man, we'd like to have you come out. How would you feel about driving out to Erie? I was like, hey, I'm all about it. So I got to come out. They announced me. It was up on the Jumbotron. Throughout the first pitch, I actually have the logo. If you look at my Twitter page, my icon is the logo that is, it's my face with a couple brands. That's actually based on the Erie Seawolves logo, which is a seawolf, is the wolf with two baseball bats. The logo that I have on Twitter is based on that logo. So there you go. There's my sports. That's my sports story for you, Robby. You got sports out of me.
Robby, I feel like we try really hard. We try really hard to not bogart your show or steal it from you by any means. But let's say if you had one final question that you had for us, what might that question look like?
In other words, Duran is telling you it's getting late. This show's been going on for a really long time, and he knows it's your show, but he's ready to go to bed. So he'd like you to close the show out with one final awesome question.
So when you did your first episode over at Magruder's with Ron, I saw his kids there and they came up on stage, whatever, and what did they take from you?
Oh, they took all of our drinks and our food because Duran cursed, I think.
I feel like they were great.
They were awesome. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, yeah, no, you're correct. Ron's kids were great. They were professionals. They watched the camera. They
filled us in on the viewers.
Yeah, they were awesome. They kept us apprised of the time that had gone by and how much time was remaining. They were 100% pros the entire show. Ron's kids were awesome.
I very much enjoyed their presence.
So Ron's kids, you were great. So yeah, they came up. They took our drinks. They took our food.
It was punishment. Yeah,
it was punishment.
I dropped an F-bomb
because Duran dropped the almighty F-bomb.
As I have been known to do, I have been improving that.
There you go.
I have been improving on that. I have not dropped any swear words in a few weeks, and I feel like I'm going to get my token. I'm going to get my token on my swear word drop.
Yeah, maybe the last 2 weeks he hasn't, but a couple weeks ago he definitely dropped an F-bomb. 2 of them, I think. And I will tell you, Robby, you didn't ask me about it, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. And this is more behind the scene type stuff. Robby, I'm sorry. Do you like Rob or Robby?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. This guy
works for us.
Yeah, Robby asked me to wear something Sabres for the show. Okay. And so I told him I was going to wear something I haven't worn on our show yet. So I wore this Sabres jersey, which you can't tell by just on the screen. But this jersey is actually signed by Dominic Hasek. I got this jersey while he was on the team when they were wearing this jersey. This jersey is actually made by Starter, Robby. So this is I had this jersey probably since the 90s. And right at the top here, there is a couple little stains. I don't know if you can see them. But these stains I got on this jersey at the Odd. My dad got tickets from work for the game. And we were sitting way up at the top. And he got these tickets from work, and they were obstructed view seats. And we sit down, and there's literally a cement pole in front of us with a TV on the pole. You can't see the game. There's a pole in front of us with a TV, an old little 13-inch TV. So, and I didn't care because I was a little kid, so it was all about going to this game. So I said to my dad, I said, oh, can I wear this jersey? He said, no. And I just begged. And he said, okay, fine, you can wear it, but you're only wearing it the one time because it's signed by Dominic Hasek. So we get to the game, and I said, can I have some chicken fingers? And he says, no, you can't have chicken fingers because you have that jersey on that's autographed by Dominic Hasek that you got autographed. And I'm like, oh, come on, please, I'll be so careful. And he says, oh, all right. And he goes and gets me chicken fingers. Literally, the very first one, I grab it with a fork, and I pull out of the thing, and it falls straight down my jersey. First one, I haven't even had a bite yet of this chicken finger. And I got all these stains all over it from the chicken finger. They're all over the front of the jersey. There's a big ass one down here in the bottom. So, I say, I just, oh my God. He goes, well, I guess you don't have to worry about saving that anymore. And so I've been just wearing it. And only on special occasions. I still only have worn this jersey maybe 5 times in my entire life. One of the times was tonight for Robby's show. I made sure to pull this jersey with the chicken finger stains from the odd out, signed by Dominic Hasek for your show, Robby. So there you go. You asked me to wear something special. This is something special.
And I wore something special. Oh! You're welcome.
What?
Yeah, what? Good question. What? Yeah,
Oh,
good
man.
question. Oh, my
Hey,
God.
thanks for having us on. It's been a lot of fun, Rob.
Yeah, we had a really good time on your show tonight. I hope you had as much fun as we did. It seems like you didn't do as much talking as you might do when you're the host of a show, but we had a lot of fun. I almost felt like this was an episode of our show. So,
But it's a testament to you allowing us the space to run with your questions. Thank you.
oh, Robby's a fantastic host.
Thank
This
you.
show has been 100%
I'd love to
awesome.
come on again in like 6 months.
You gonna have us on again?
Yeah.
All right. You can never tell. It's always so reluctant with this guy.
Right. Well,
It's so much fun.
we had a lot of fun. Thanks for having us on today, Robby. This has been Let's Talk 716 with Robby39 Bowler on Twitter, Keith White Jr. on Twitter, KEEF White Jr.
Duran Gomez, a.k.a. at Salvatore Morocco.
Drop the O. You forgot to
And-
drop the O.
Drop the O. And
And Deborah Hughes, aka Deborah Stands, aka Sissy Fit, aka Debbie is adopted.
And how can we find you?
Facebook,
Yeah, but you got to give them where they find you.
Twitter, at
Twitter.
Sissy Fit.
At
There
Sissy
you
Fit on
go.
Twitter, you'll find her.
Twitter,
Okay.
that's the secret.
So, and you can also catch Tavern Talk 716 every Monday. We drop a new episode. If you want to find us on Twitter, it's at Tavern Talk 716. You can find us on YouTube. New episodes every Monday night, and you'll find these two guys. You won't see her that much because she's hiding in the crowd, but she's there.
I'm there.
So we're gonna leave this to you, Robby, to close out the show. So go on.
What's her Twitter?
It's at Sissy Fit.
Like Hissy Fit, but Sissy Fit.
Like a hissy fit when you throw a fit and you're like, a hissy fit, but with an S for Sissy Fit. And you'll find all her great artwork and all of the cool ass stuff she's making.
Including the roller derby information.
And you'll find roller derby information. That's
Yeah,
right.
I'll get
Also, once roller derby is back up and running, you want to check out the Queen City Roller Girls
Yeah.
down at Riverworks. We're going to go down there. We're going to take Robby with us for a nice fun trip down to the old roller derby. He's going to get a meet and greet with all the girls. He's going to get to say hello. I'm going to go out there in front of the crowd. I'm going to to the crowd and do what I do. And people are going to cheer. And
We probably have lots of media based off of that one night.
yeah, me being there is probably going to bring in all the news and everything. You know, Robby, I don't know if you know this. I was on Channel 7. I was on Channel 4. I was on Channel Spectrum News Channel. All good stories about me. I've been in the Buffalo News. I've been in magazines, newspapers. You can check me out anywhere. I'm all over the place. So with that, we're going to leave it back with Robby. Everybody's going to let Robby close out the show. You go ahead, my friend. So you got to. This is the part where you say goodbye. Join me next week.
Yeah,
And
your
you
send off.
You got to send off the show. You don't just end it. Don't hit the button yet. You got to say like, hey, it's Robby. You can find me, and you say all your stuff, and then you say, so check me out next week here on Let's Talk 716 Sports. We'll see you next week, and then you sign off. You go ahead.
And then you do your sign off. Like,
Yeah.
that's the way the cookie crumble.
Or you say like,
Or, thanks for stopping by, San Diego.
yeah, or you say like, hey, Buffalo, don't you know? Ho, 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 ha, 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 ching, ching, ba, 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 Robby.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Take that.
Go ahead, close out your show, my friend.
Join me next week on the show.
Fantastic.